Police will be asked to investigate the Melbourne Storm salary cap rorts after an independent audit found they were even worse than expected. The team's owner, News Limited, has sacked 4 board directors after the inquiry uncovered breaches of more than $3 million over 5 years. The NRL hasn't seen the full report, but it's standing by the Storm's penalties. Peter Wilkins reports.
News Limited boss John Hartigan described Melbourne's salary cap rorters as rats in the ranks. Today he formally revealed 5 parties to the fraud, led by their former CEO.
The methods they used were deliberately designed to deceive others, cheat the system and avoid detection.
The 4 independent directors, 3 of whom refused to cooperate, were sacked, though there was no evidence implicating them.
It should have been an independent report, and more importantly, it should have been commissioned and completed by the NRL.
Higher up the chain of responsibility, News Limited pleaded ignorance.
I think the issue is in any company where there's collusion between the most senior executives of the company, it gets extremely difficult for auditors or in fact anybody to actually identify that there's something going on.
Via an elaborate system of third-party hidden payments, donations and gifts, the deception amounted to nearly double the original estimated. 13 players who received additional payments also refused to assist. There was no evidence they knew they were rorting the cap.
I would think that alarm bells should have been ringing with players and their managers with some of the arrangements that were put in place.
The NRL stands by the report and won't take it further, but says the penalties, which included the stripping of 2 premierships, might have been higher. With a projected salary cap breach of more than $1.2 million for next year, Melbourne face the task of keeping their big 4 players and not much else. The NRL expects court action instigated by the Melbourne Storm over the original penalties to be dropped. Its immediate concern is getting the Storm under the salary cap for next year, but says wholesale pay cuts won't be accepted. Peter Wilkins, ABC News, Sydney.